Good morning, YouTube, and what a wonderful day it is. It was 55 degrees this morning early when the sun come up, and it's just been nice and cool like that with a nice breeze blowing. It was just wonderful for getting out and running and doing exercises this morning. I just had all kinds of fun and enjoyment doing all those things this morning. It just seems like that we're just having a wonderful and miraculous spring this year. It's just it makes you just feel good to be outside all the time and enjoy the flowers and the trees and I just marvel at it. I just the breeze was just exactly right, just blowing just enough that you just go out there and you just go, oh boy, this makes you just take a deep breath and just breathe it all in, and it just exhilarates you. It makes you feel full of energy. It's just like breathe it like when you meditate on the infinite mind. You just breathe in that infinite mind, and you become stronger and stronger, and feel more glorious and more full of light and energy. And you feel a lighter in a sense, but you feel more substantive and more full of energy, and you feel like you could just burst forth, just in a lava of great energy and performance, and you could just burst forth, like a nebula, like a star that just explodes and goes throughout the whole universe. I feel like the ideals infinite mind is giving me could just change the entire universe, and I can't wait to receive more every day. I can't wait to get here and do my journals, do my journaling that I'm doing, and getting more ideas and going over all of the marvelous things that Infinite Mind's given me in the past. It's just a marvelous exercise and a marvelous way to start the day. And starting the day with Tanya Love like I always do, and she gives me marvelous ideas to start off with. It's just marvelous. It all works together with my own meditations and everything together. Just really uplifts me and fills me with energy. And so I'm gonna have a great cup of coffee this morning. I know it's going to be great because it's got the Ganoderma lucidium herb in it. This is non-caffeinated. It has no caffeine. It's totally fixed without prepared. The coffee bean is totally prepared without caffeine, and it is totally infused with Ganoderma lucidium, which is a natural health-giving and energy-producing herb, which doesn't give that kind of nervous stimulant, and you don't have the down period afterwards, and you don't have the withdrawal effects when you try to stop drinking it. It's just a marvelous thing, and as you drink it over a period of several months, it just increases your health more and more and gives you a more solid feeling. And so I'm going to have a good cup of this morning, and I'm going to use my little Presto Maggio and make it in that this morning. You just pop. That's where you just pop the little K cup in there, and it's like a brew cup, and it just brews it. And so I'm going to do that, and then later on I'm going to fix a cup of this gourmet Cafe Supreme, which is it's marvelous too. It's malty. It's like a latte of sorts, supreme latte with all the cream and sugar and different flavorings in it. It just tastes marvelous when you taste it. It comes in these little packets like this, and so I'm going to see what Tanya Love has to say this morning. I don't know how I could actually get the feeling any better, but she always seems somehow or another does make me feel even better and even more marvelous. And I know she's going to be full of miracles this morning. So let me get her started, and then I'll start making my coffee. I don't want to waste no more time on hearing her. She looks like she's ready to go.
Greetings and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Tanya Love Show. And you know who I am, Tanya Love.
Yes.
So glad to join you guys all today.
We know.
I had an amazing day, but it was just like, woo, flowing around. And I actually just got home from my bridal shower that a bunch of my soul sisters threw for me. So A big shout out to my sister Sarah and to Leanne for hosting an awesome bridal shower. We had a lot of fun. And thank you to everybody who was able to make it. And those of you that weren't, that were there in spirit, I still thank you for sending your love and support. So we're really excited. We're actually getting married next week. So my beloved and I. Oh, wow. What was that, Edmund?
That's the insanity of humanity.
Yeah! I love it. Yeah, on April 20th, we're actually going to give our vows at Cannon Beach at the ocean. And because of that, I'm going to just say this now to just give everyone a little heads up. Next Sunday, we won't be having the live show, but Amnon will be putting on a past show so that if you guys want to watch something from the past, otherwise go on YouTube and go under Tanya Angel, and you can go follow us on there, and you can pick and choose all the beautiful many shows that are available for you from a year's worth of channeling the angels and connecting with spirits. So I'll miss you for 1 week, but I have a good excuse. I'm going to be marrying my beloved, so we're pretty excited. And I'll definitely post pictures and stuff on Facebook once we get them. And for friends and family that are tuning in, because my fiance and I are very spontaneous and just go with the flow people, and we really are drama-free. We love simplicity, and that's why we're doing this kind of like eloping, sudden jumping to the ocean to get married, do our vows. But we're planning a reception for late summer, early fall of this year for friends and family, and we'll keep you guys all posted if you want to come and join us then. And then we're saving up for a honeymoon Hawaiian cruise next year. So that's kind of, we're asking people if they want to make a love offering just to send it to my PayPal, and it's going to go towards our honeymoon cruise. So we're pretty excited, blissfully happy. But basically, I wanted to say thanks again to Ian Gutowski for joining us last week, and hopefully you guys got to watch that live show with me interviewing Ian. He's a comedian, and he's bringing a lot of awareness to the community on mental health awareness, and you know, he and I had shared pretty vulnerably about our own journeys with struggle at times. Like, he had been suicidal, and I had lost a dad to suicide and had also felt suicidal in my life. And I felt like that was such a beautiful show, and it's such an important thing for us to talk about, because sometimes when we're really overwhelmed and we're struggling with things, we're taught that, you know, it's weakness to show that vulnerability, and we have to be strong, and, you know, we can't let anybody know that we need help. And I feel it's actually the opposite of that. I didn't when I was 20. I actually really believed you don't show anybody what you're feeling. But kind of like the movie Frozen, conceal, don't feel. And I actually really feel the opposite is true, that it's so important for us to express how we really are feeling. And this week I've had several clients contact me. I've observed people on Facebook. I've observed people in my movie, you know, around me that have really been struggling. And it's brought this whole topic for today, which Spirit spoke through me as the insanity of humanity. And basically, the insanity of humanity is this need to constantly be chasing something and getting to this place in the future. And I actually, this is why I write things down really quickly when Spirit hits me with lightning and inspires me, because then later I'll be like, how did that go? Like, it was so beautiful and profound. And so I'm actually going to see if I can pull it up here real quick for you. But hold on just a sec. I had it saved, and then I go to open my phone, and it's gone. Okay, so here it is. So this is how Spirit spoke it through me, is the insanity of humanity is to abandon the peace of this present moment, forever seeking the unknown of a future moment in hopes of salvation. And so that's really our topic for today is, you know, why are we doing that? Why do humans keep chasing the carrot in life? And that carrot could be a human, an infatuation, it could be a career goal, it could be the sense of title, like once I become the CEO, then I'll be satisfied, then I'll have enough. Or once I get $1 million, then I'll be enough. Or once I get my doctorate degree, then I'll be enough, then I'll be worthy. And no matter what form that carrot takes, it's always dangling in front of us, and we're always chasing it, and we're always trying to get somewhere else. And one of the clients that called me this week, she was really struggling, and I felt so honored that she felt safe enough to really be authentic with me and just break down and cry and just be pissed and just really tell me what was inside of her. And afterwards, it was this like relief. And I feel like that is exactly why she was feeling so insane, was because she was holding all this emotion inside of herself, and she wasn't feeling safe to let it out. She wasn't feeling it was okay for her to tell anybody how she actually felt. Yeah. And so she holds it and holds it. And what I've observed is there's some interesting things going on right now on the planet. The other night I had a dream, and I shared it on Facebook, of a very prophetic dream, and I didn't realize how prophetic it was at the time until I shared it, and then people brought me confirmation that this was actually going down. And like Yoda, I tune in and feel the disturbances in the force, and that night I dreamt that there was like this end of times dream, and there was a lot of destruction. There was a great eruption that happened on the planet, and I remember in the dream very vividly, as it was so detailed like a movie. And I remember walking and saying, we're in Montana, like we're somewhere in Montana. And when I woke up, I posted the dream, and I remember just, there was like this symbolic energy of eruption and destruction. And then after that, there was these creatures that came out from the depths of the planet. It was very sci-fi, kind of like these, like if we had dinosaurs, were hiding out at the core of the earth. And when the eruption happened, they started to surface. And in the dream, I observed how they only would take down and attack misaligned humans, like the humans that were really living out of alignment, and they were being destructive, and they were being hurtful and vengeful, and they were not having any reverence or honor or respect for themselves or anyone around them. And these were the ones that I saw in the dream get just gobbled up by this creature. And I felt it was a symbol of whether you're the creature that's consuming yourself with your own misalignment, or whether there is life situations that are coming in to gobble you up and energetically kind of spit you out because you're not coming into that alignment. I feel like it's very important that we start to listen. Amnon and I have been doing these shows for a year now, and if you think about it and you really look back over the past year, our consistent message has been about alignment, living with integrity, living authentically, coming from the heart. And so we've been here as messengers for about a year expressing this to humanity. And some of you are really listening, and you're really doing that work, and you're seeing great change and transformation. And maybe some of you have, kind of dabbled in it and you've come in. I kind of joke and say, when I see hummingbirds feeding at my kitchen window and they come in and take a little sip and then they take off again, and then they take a little sip and they take off, and they're always going. And I feel symbolically that is the insanity of humanity, is also that energy where we want to constantly get a distraction, or just give me a little sip of that spiritual truth, Tanya. Okay, back to my bars, back to my clubs, back to getting high with my friends, or whatever it is. And energetically, it takes a toll. And I was talking with one of my soul sisters today after my bridal shower, and she's really in a tough place right now. And she was just like, Tanya, I just really need to shift some stuff, and I feel like I'm holding my breath. And I could feel her vibrationally. I was like, it's like you took a plunge underwater, and you're holding your breath, just hoping something's going to change. But the only one who's going to change it is yourself. And once you realize that, you either deny the fact that you have the power, and so you drown yourself, and you do choose to do it to yourself. So some people consciously choose to drown and to go down, and others will realize suddenly when they're desperate for that breath, what the hell am I doing? I need to get out of here. And they pop to the surface. Big moment, big Little Mermaid moment, taking that deep breath out of the water. And then they float on their backs and they surrender. And for some souls, it's like they need to go through this ass kicking before they actually surrender, and they let spirit lift them and carry them where they need to be. And so today, that's really what we're going to focus on, is The insanity of humanity is exactly that energy where we ignore and deny our own power. We ignore our own authenticity. We silence ourselves. So the client I referred to that was calling me, that was really in grief and tension and heavy